Good morning, I'm Michael Meredith, and I'd like to tell you all about a book that I've been reading for probably 14 years now. That's just amazing, and it completely exemplifies and details the life of Jesus Christ and his apostles in the early years of their formation. And it gives incredible detail about the people of Palestine and the surrounding areas where Jesus walks around in the mountains and the flatlands and valleys. It is truly impressive details of clothing, how people lived, what kind of thoughts they had. And the fact is, what it does is it takes what essentially we know as the New Testament, which is only about 180 pages long, and puts it into a book that's, I think it's about 4,000 pages long. So they have neatly divided up into 5 books, each of which has about 500 pages in it. And this is it. It's called Maria Valtorta, Poem of the Man God. And they were going to call it the God-Man, but that name was taken. Anyway, Maria Valtorta is an Italian woman that I think she died in 1960 or so, 1950 to 60, somewhere in there. And she wrote this book primarily right during World War II as an invalid, basically staying in bed all the time, sick. And you can take it either as a literary work, which it is, very fine. Descriptions of sunsets and sunrises, really beautiful descriptions of the people and of all the different things that happen, and just truly incredible detail about Jesus and his feelings and how people met him and how they were cured of very painful emotional diseases as well as physical ones. And from that standpoint alone, it's well worth reading. It's a travel story. It travels all around the area. And it details a lot of the Roman occupation of the Holy Lands at that time. And I personally, I've been reading it and rereading it all 4,000 pages. But I don't know how many times I've reread the whole thing. But I mean, you can kind of forget what you had read, 4,000 pages and 2 years ago. So that's not so bad to keep rereading it. And maybe in a way that's beneficial because it's only one book, and I really just love reading it because it has so much detail. You take something like the Sermon on the Mount, which is so lovely, and so many people have quoted over the years, even those who have want nothing else to do with Christianity, will speak about that and the beauty of the Sermon on the Mount. And here, instead of just being like a page or half a page or whatever it is in the New Testament, it's spread out over 8 or 10 pages. Just incredible detail and far more eloquent. And there is a danger that one might want to take it as a substitute for the Bible. Of course, that's something you got to be careful of, just as you got to be careful of everything. Any good thing can be dangerous, including, boiling water is real good. It gives us food, but it can burn you. Everyone knows that. So the same kind of thing applies here. But what I'm looking at is that she claims that Jesus and Mary and the apostles came and talked to her. On a daily basis, Jesus came and talked to her and took her to these places in time, just opened up a vision world, or dream world, if you like, if that makes you feel better, kind of a dream world, but a real world where she saw people and smelled and touched, and they couldn't see her apparently, but she saw them. She was right there in the middle of every kind of conversation, both the brutal ones and the beautiful ones you could imagine. And this went on for, I believe it was about 5 years while she wrote the book, and there was a lot of controversy about it, and always has been. A lot of it is pure fabricated BS by people who didn't want to see these original